All right, welcome back to the channel. So Deontay Wilder is forcing a Tyson Fury investigation for engineered power, organized cheating through pretty much legally loaded gloves. And why do we know that that's the case? Because of what happened with O'Shea Foster and Miguel Roman, just last night. Let's talk about the scandal that really risks the future of boxing in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. First and foremost, let me say to Deontay Wilder, thank you, sir. Thank you for having the courage to speak your mind. Thank you for having the courage to sit up and have everybody, it seems like so many people attack you for standing up for what is right. Deontay Wilder believed that he was cheated, and he, like a man, stood up and said it to everybody, despite the fact that he knew and everybody else knew that he would be attacked with a massive amount of criticism. However, it seems as if that massive amount of criticism has paid off for somebody not named Deontay Wilder, a guy that goes by the name of O'Shea Foster, a fighter, a 27, 28-year-old fighter, journeyman contender style fighter that actually might really be a contender if he's allowed to fight fair fights. But what happened to O'Shea Foster? And what is the relationship between him and Deontay Wilder? Well, O'Shea Foster is just a regular fighter that you might not know unless you are watching the undercards or you're watching a really hardcore boxing fan, right? That he was on NBC Boxing last night on something called Ring TV, which I do believe is associated with Ring Magazine and Golden Boy. And his opponent, Miguel Roman, tried to get in there and cheat him. And I don't care. This is my opinion. I don't believe that a company accidentally sent him gloves with no padding. They accidentally sent you gloves with no padding over the knuckles that do, however, weigh enough, right? Or are not too heavy, light enough are heavy enough to meet the ounce requirements that they have by the California State Athletic Commission. However, when O'Shea Foster's trainer put his fingers in the glove, he saw that there was no padding. So how could this be? How could they accidentally send you gloves from a manufacturer with very little padding over the knuckle? I'll tell you how. Because they built them that way. They're called custom gloves, and it's called engineered power. And it's exactly what Tyson Fury used to cheat Deontay Wilder, which is why you see a glove when it's just out looking like a normal glove. But then as soon as you touch it, it goes all the way down to the knuckles. That, my friend, is called loaded gloves. And the way that they go about doing it, and this was shared by Amir Khan when he talked about Tyson Fury's gloves. He said, look, those are custom gloves. Of course you can do that. You just order them from the manufacturer that way. You tell the manufacturer, I don't want the gloves that you're selling off the shelf. I have special requirements for my gloves for my hands. So what I need for you to move the padding off of my knuckles down towards the fingers, down towards the back of the hand, right? Or down towards the portion that's around the wrist, because it's just more comfortable for me to hit people with my fists instead of the padding. And that is how guys wind up having a tremendous amount of power without having to actually cheat themselves. Because, hey, you didn't catch the guy taking any padding out of the gloves, did you? I mean, people looked at the gloves. They were brand new gloves right out of the package. The commission had them. Yeah, but they're legal. However, they might as well be illegal because they're loaded gloves. They're just legally loaded gloves. Now, why would you say, Fanon, that they are legally loaded gloves? They are legally loaded because you are loading the front pad with your knuckles. You know how you load bullets in a gun? You take the bullets, and you put them where they're supposed to be. With these custom gloves, they take the 4 knuckles, your bullets, the ones that you really want to get on people, and they load it. They push it to the front of the glove. So where somebody else might be hitting you with padding, the other guy is just hitting you with knuckles and leather or whatever that glove is actually made of. And it is cheating. And it is what you call organized cheating. Why is it organized cheating? Because it takes more than one person and it's systematic. That's why it's organized. Instead of cheating yourself and getting in, trying to be cute in the ring, in between, like everybody said Tyson Fury had to be. Like, when could he have taken the padding out of the glove? Dog, how about the padding was never in the glove to begin with? So there was no need for him to go underneath his shirt and try to remove them and rub his hands and move these all that way. And you know why we know that? Because that was the case with Miguel Roman. Miguel Roman gloves were approved by the California State Athletic Commission. And it was when, now watch this, after Foster's trainer discovered it, what is the story from the New York State Athletic Commission, from the California Athletic Commission? We immediately took those gloves. We immediately removed those gloves. I think they even used some really technical term to make it sound like they did something extra. We put the gloves in seclusion. You know what I'm saying? Man, they put it in a plastic bag and then they said, oops, we missed that. Yes, we missed that. Because the California State Athletic Commission, guess what they probably do? They allow custom gloves, and all they do is look at the weight. But boxers are smart, and I've been telling you this for a while. Boxers are smart. Engineers are especially smart. And if they organize themselves into a little group to see how can we make this fighter without actually tampering with the gloves as strong as we can. And that's what happened. Now, why does this such a major thing? Because now we know, because Oshak Foster knocked out Miguel Roman. Knocked him out in 9 rounds. If he would have got in there with gloves with no padding in there, what do you think the chances are of him knocking him out in 9 rounds would have been? Because it very well could have been Oshak Foster getting knocked out in 9 rounds because he would have been getting hit with bare fists the whole time. What's the chance that this is the first time Miguel Roman did this, right? He's a champion. He's a WBC champion. I'm sure that the WBC will be looking into this to see if Miguel Roman has done this in the past, right? And then in the the Nevada State Athletic Commission will say, "Oh my God, we never knew this. Custom gloves that you can use and manipulate, which will be loaded." I mean, they can get it fresh out of the pack loaded. Absolutely, fresh out of the pack loaded. We will load them for you. You just tell me how you want them loaded. And what's the excuse we'll use? Oh, well, it's orthopedic for your hands. Because, you know, his knuckles, this part of his hand is the one that's bruised. So we need to put the padding over here because, you know, just in case he hits him with the middle of his hand, right? His knuckles aren't really the problem. That's why we move the padding away from the knuckles. Man, come on, dude. Come on. Boxing is a corrupt sport. People know boxing is a corrupt sport. It's only not corrupt when the corruption suits the people that usually accuse boxing of being corrupt. They don't want to go back and say, yeah, you're right, Deontay Wilder got cheated. You know why? Because they already talked that nonsense, already dogged him out, treated him like he was garbage and how he needs to go away because JD's didn't catch him. Now watch this. Whose job is it to catch these guys with these gloves? Is it the trainer's job to catch the other guy, or is it the sanctioning body and the athletic commission who approve the gloves, who sanction the gloves? Why are those two guys? Why is the California State Athletic Commission not catching it? The WBC not catching it, but the trainer has to catch it. The trainer had to catch it with Miguel Roman. The trainer had to catch it with Panama Lewis and Luis Resto. The trainer has to catch it with Antonio Margarito. The trainer would have had to catch it with Deontay Wilder. None of these scenarios did the sanctioning body or the State Athletic Commission ever catch these guys. And that's because they're not looking for it. Because their job is to make money. And do you notice what happened when they caught Miguel Flores cheating? They let him fight. That is like catching somebody on steroids and letting them fight. But they'll say, oh, no, it was just an accident. It was really an accident. It's the manufacturer that made an accident by just willy-nilly putting a glove and sending it to a fight with no padding in it. No, dude, those are custom gloves. Miguel Roman more than likely requested they be designed like that. The California State Athletic Commission missed it, and Oshak Foster's team caught it. You know why they caught it? Because people are looking for it now. Heavily looking for it now, because people may not act like they know Tyson Fury cheated, but they know Tyson Fury cheated. And it's important for the Nevada State Athletic Commission and the California State Athletic Commission, the WBC, the WBA, the IBF, and the WBO, the IBO, for you guys to get together and solve this problem before somebody gets at in the middle of that ring and you find out it's because you decided to allow engineered power to enter into a boxing ring. Engineered by steroids, engineered by gloves that are being manipulated, and whatever else that they can get away with, because people cheat. Anyway, that's my take on the matter. You let me know yours, and with that, I'm out. Peace.